In my previous Fiend trial video, I introduced the basics of the daily activity. In this video, I hope to explore some of the finer aspects so that players can maximize their potential. The Fiend trial offers great daily rewards that will benefit players long-term by being able to more quickly upgrade their Colossus. This video will be split into two sections, the overall concept and troop setup. Fiend trial battles and weekly world boss events function differently than regular battles. The bosses are ridiculously strong in all aspects, and you are not expected to kill them with your army. Instead, you deal as much damage as possible in the 31 seconds that this battle lasts. After 31 seconds, your troops are instantly killed. What many players don't realize is that because the bosses are so incredibly powerful, there's no point in trying to build up a front line. Simply put, amassing a strong front line is an incredible waste of troops for these battles. That's not to say you want zero front line, you just want the bare minimum amount of frontline troops necessary to delay the boss from reaching your backline troops. As you watch these battles, you'll notice that the stacks of troops are eliminated in one or two boss swings. You definitely want the troop stacks to exist to force the boss to attack them, but a stack of 1 infantry being killed by the boss is just as good as 30,000. They both die a gruesome and quick death, having contributed only a bit of time for your mages and archers to attack. So what do you need to remember about all this? You want only enough frontline troops standing to force the boss to stop and kill them. Easy enough concept, right? Now let's add another layer of complexity. In addition to regular attacks, the boss will also emit an area of damage burst every few seconds. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does enough to kill small stacks of troops which you want to keep alive long enough for the boss to attack. This means that you absolutely cannot have stacks of 1 unit. You need to increase them enough to withstand the area of effect for a long enough time to meet the boss head on. It may require stacks of 50 troops, 100 troops, or maybe even 150 troops, depending on your development. You'll want to watch the battle carefully to see if any of your troop stacks are dying before the boss has a chance to swing at them. Adjust these stacks as needed. You can also get a picture of whether your troop stacks are too large, and if so, you can remove a few to bring up your damaging unit numbers. The last consideration is if you have any abilities that might impact the time at which your troops are killed by the boss. In my case, I have the Ice Crystal Phoenix, which has a chance to freeze the boss temporarily. When it does, it delays the deaths of my front line, and they might instead be killed by the area of effect damage. I've increased my frontline numbers beyond what I might normally need to account for this ability, which further delays the boss. We've already discussed the overall concept of delaying the boss rather than trying to defend against it. So let's now get into troop setup. First, remember to have both odd and even layers of every single troop type. For frontline and angels, you'll need just barely enough troops required to survive the area of effect long enough to be physically attacked by the boss as discussed previously. No more, no less. The remainder of your troops should be mages and archers. You'll want to prioritize mages over archers even if you are normally archer build. Mages are set to the far corners of the formation, so they last significantly longer than the archers. The many more hits that they get on a boss more than make up for the difference in buffs you might have. If you don't have enough mages to fill the remainder of your troop count, you can fill the remaining with archers. The final most important note is that totems have a very big impact on your damage. You'll find that an offensive totem, such as the fire totem, will outperform a defensive totem like the order totem. I've seen people switch from order to fire and achieve scores more than 10 times greater than what they were doing earlier. As a reference, at Castle level 29, I'm doing 10 million points per Fiend trial attempt, which earns me 20 million points per day. I'm a bit stronger than the average Castle 29, but you can use that as a baseline to compare your own damage output and see if you can improve. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. For more content, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff.
Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting the channel. If you liked what you saw, please consider hitting the like button and checking out other videos on the Miser's Guide to Ebony. I'll see you in the next video.